comes the, here comes the, here comes the. Y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, no, here comes the.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Tailgate Talk, Season 2, Episode 7, or Callie wanted us to say 6.9, but we are Episode 7.
Nice.
We are going to start this how we always start it, with the wonderful sugar-free Red Bull without the vodka.
This matches the jersey.
I am going to need this right now. I'm tired.
It's been a day.
Cheers to the gang. Let's get this smelling salt. Channy stuck his nose in this thing yesterday.
I'm not ready.
Wow. Gets the people going.
Get it loose. Oh yeah.
Oh my. Good Lord.
That's what I thought of too.
Stings it.
It really stings the nostrils, let me tell you. If you guys haven't tried smelling salts, highly suggested if you need a little boost of energy to get the people going. But, yeah.
Or if you're ever in a situation where you need to fake cry.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Or cough. Or wake up from being passed out.
Or if, yeah, exactly. Somebody knocks you out and you need to get up. But we're back here
It's made for.
with some exciting stuff for the week. A little bit of ups and downs and turns. It's like swings of emotions here in Detroit the last couple
Sports,
of days.
man. Sports.
Man.
Sports will do that to you. First and foremost, we're going to talk about it, but speedy recovery to Aiden Hutchinson. Our heartbeat, our soul in Detroit. We wish you well, and obviously we've been fans of you for a long time. Given that we're all Michigan fans as well. So speedy recovery to Big 9-7. We love you, buddy. Hope you get better quickly. And turn it over to Josh to start this thing off. I forgot we got to do this again. Hopefully we get a number this time.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna spin the wheel of wheel of destiny. Hopefully we get a number that we know. We got a great episode for you. A lot of good shit. I'm excited for it. Let me get to the wheel here. Let me make a full. You know what? We're just gonna spin it. So we don't need to make a full
Spin that shit.
Yo, what number 60 is it?
Come on, give me 97.
Yikes.
66. Did we have that? We had that last week, didn't
How
we?
come every time Josh spins the wheel, we get lineman numbers?
Literally line
Okay.
numbers.
Well, here. Let's close it. I'll leave it on there. Let me reshuffle the numbers. Here, you hit the fucking button. Okay.
All right, I'll hit it. Skill
It's
position.
on it. Just click it.
Watch we get like a 21 or something sweet.
Fucking 20.
Okay. 44.
We knew it. It was Josh's fault.
It's my fault. My fault.
There's one for the Lions right
Damn,
now. Where's number 44?
That's where my head first went, but there's got to be another 4-4.
I only got one. I got a Michigan, a local. You got a Bredesen. There's only one that comes to mind, though, for me. And it's,
Is it a baseball player?
yeah.
Henry.
Hank
Aaron.
That's all I got.
Yeah, I think that wins no matter what.
Yeah. I'm trying to think any basketball could be 4-4.
Hockey. Could be 4. Are they all?
I'm sure there's some football players, some linebackers,
Linebacker.
linebacker, fullback type that we're not thinking of for football.
Reggie Jackson wore 44.
Yeah, he's 42 to me.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, it can't
Actually,
just...
what am I talking about? I think he is 44. You're right.
44.
You're right.
Jerry
I was thinking
West?
Jerry West.
And
That's
Jackie
a
Robinson in my
fucking
head.
miss.
All right, swing and a miss. There's
That's-
some good 44s.
I'm
obviously,
sad
some
I didn't say
legendary
Reggie
ones.
Jackson.
Reggie.
Nah, isn't Reggie's 42, though, right?
No, Jackie.
Oh, what are we...
42 popped in my head,
Jackie
too, for some
Robinson.
reason.
I mean, one of
and
them-
obviously we were wrong.
I mean, one of them is the NBA logo.
Yeah.
Jerry West.
I mean, did you guys watch that
Yeah.
Winning Time?
Yeah.
That was fucking great.
He didn't like how he was depicted.
I don't care. He looked great. Man.
I thought the character was
See,
great.
I thought he did great.
See if there's any good MLB players. Player years: Henry Aaron, Kyle Abbott, Hank Allen, Jordan Alvarez. Yeah, there's not a ton.
The Legend of 44, Syracuse University.
Uh-oh.
Who knew?
Sounds like a story.
Sounds like something I don't want to look into. Nope. All right, who we get him to? Jerry?
Ooh, that's tough, though. I mean,
It's gotta be.
changed. It's got to be Jerry West. He's the logo.
I'm still going with Hank Aaron and Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, I'm more of a baseball guy. I don't like basketball. It's Hank Aaron for me.
All right, I'll go logo, just to be different.
All in. So, we figured out you're not allowed to touch the button anymore.
Okay,
One of us will press this button.
that's fine. I'll just set it up. I'll teach.
Special shout out to our number 44 in Detroit,
Yeah, Rodrigo.
Yeah,
thanks for kicking Carlton Davis in the face.
he had a good game.
Appreciate that.
So that'd be
Boot cleat to the face.
We didn't need him the rest of the game. It's okay.
All right, boys. We're gonna start it here with a little bit of a positive note. We have a little negative in the show, so I'm gonna throw that in the middle.
Oh boy.
Actually, you know what? There's a lot of negatives.
There's a
here.
lot of negatives.
There's a lot of negatives.
There was one real big positive that came Sunday.
Yeah, we're gonna end on that.
I'm talking about Jerry Jones' birthday.
Yeah.
What a great day. Happy
What a-
birthday.
What a great day,
I
Jerry
thought you guys
Jones.
were wearing 97 for his age. He looks horrible.
Might be. Fuck, man. We're just gonna rip the Band-Aid off. We're gonna start with the Wolverines, then move to the Tigers, and then end in the Lions. So Michigan Wolverines. It took an L.
It was a bye
It was
week.
a bye week.
Yeah. Oh, it was. Fuck.
Yeah. That's why I was like,
I was
My
like, this
bad.
isn't ripping the Band-Aid
My
off,
bad.
Josh.
My bad, man.
It might have felt like
I'm all over the fucking.
I mean,
It might
I'm
have felt
hoping
like
we're
it,
not
though.
ripping the Band-Aid off next
yeah.
week.
Well,
but-
they won the bye week because they had an extra week.
The way things are going, that bye week might have got us. So
Yeah, could have got us. Tuttle time. What are we thinking going in against Illinois? Sorry, I got my weeks mixed up here.
I'm looking forward to it. I think two more weeks being the absolute starter, all the reps, guys getting comfortable with him. Just the mental of knowing that you're going in, being the guy. And I heard Sharon say that he's already back to where he was at this point last season.
Yeah, you said that on the ticket this morning. You heard
Yeah,
that
so
too.
I think they're confident in him. We know Illinois plays us tough regardless. You look at that game 2 years ago.
one on a field goal, right?
Yeah, Jake Moody, a game-winning field goal, and that's the game Blake Corum got hurt in. They played us
Yeah.
tough. So
A lot of people said if they didn't make that field goal, they wouldn't have won the Natty.
yeah, I mean it changed a lot of things. So I expect a very close game, very tough game. But yeah, I'm excited to see Tuttle.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm very, very excited to see Tuttle as well. Illinois struggled this week. Purdue took them to overtime, which was, I guess, good news for us.
They scored a lot. They couldn't stop anything.
Yeah, they couldn't stop anything. So hopefully we get our offense rolling early. Our defense has to play much better than they did in Washington, which I think they will. They'll clean it up. I'm hoping because Washington's show on defense was not very good. So we're hoping that steps up. I think we get our left tackle back this week.
Yep.
And our center.
Supposed to. Yep.
I thought I saw in the injury report they were practicing, so that'll be huge for the offense. I mean, you get a guy that calls, pretty much protection for the offensive line at your center position, and then you get your left tackle back, which is obviously a huge role on the offensive line. And then Maulings, I mean, get them going early, get them downhill early. It's gonna open up the pass game.
I gotta
for
think-
Tuttle time.
I
I think our defense has something to prove after that last game too. I think they come out with a chip on their shoulder, and hopefully they play the Michigan defense we're more familiar with seeing. the last
Flying
couple years.
around, fly around.
So off of what you guys said, because I had that too. I mean, obviously we know we can run the ball, right? Mullings, Edwards, even Tuttle. He looks like a running quarterback that
Yeah.
can extend plays and stuff.
He can.
We need some receivers to step up.
I think
right?
they do
We,
this
we
week.
got Cortland Loveland, right? And he's catching
Yeah.
fucking 50% of our balls.
Yep.
So who's going to step up? Is Morgan going to step up? Who's going to be the receiver that starts making plays, or just get fucking open out there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's my thing. I want to see some TD passes to someone outside of our tight ends.
And running backs.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
And honestly, it's the three M's: Morgan, Morris, and Moore.
More.
I expected to see some things from all three of them this year that I haven't yet, and I couldn't tell you which one I expect to be the number one, but this week I hope to see one of them. Now that you're going to actually have a quarterback that can get you the ball, I'm hoping to see one of them step up.
So I was going to say, you alluded to it last week when we talked about it. Callie alluded to it last week, talking about a quarterback throwing downfield. You got a guy that can go through a progression now.
Yeah.
You're going to run your route. If you're on the backside of a route, they weren't running routes hard. I mean, they might tell you where they were, but there was no reason to. They're not going to get the ball. They
weren't getting the ball.
They knew it. So I think full 2 weeks with Tuttle back, getting their timing down, getting those reps. I expect to see some more catches from the wide receivers this week.
Yeah, not that it's any excuse at the level that they're at, but there's nothing more frustrating and exhausting than a receiver running cardio for no reason, just constantly running routes.
Really, anyone in life running cardio for no reason.
Yeah, that
cardio
too.
in general is just a
terrible
thing. Even though I need to do a little bit more of it. But
run a perfect route, you're open, you look, and your quarterback's not even looking at your stuff.
Yeah.
So
he's throwing in a double coverage on the tight end.
All it takes is one. All it takes is, like I said, Marion Walker had the big third down catch last week, and I was like, all right, the receiver room sees that.
Right. Well, so just for your point, the 3 M's, 24 receptions on the year.
Yep.
Loveland, who missed 1 game or 2?
1.5.
1.5, 29 receptions.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me. That's wild. Targets are probably even nastier.
I'd love to see them sharing the ball a little bit more, and just get out there and just get a dub.
Also, it stopped teams from constantly doubling Loveland and staying. I mean, there's right now. There's no reason to not cover him on every single third down, every single. So,
and you're bringing an extra guy in the box on your first and second downs because we're running the ball.
Yep.
So,
and as always, I'm traveling to Illinois this week, so
sweet.
I'll get you guys hopefully some behind the scenes in depth coverage going into next week's pod.
What time's that game start, Caleb?
3:30 Saturday.
Nice. Cool. Anything to? I mean, I haven't watched any of Illinois this year. Any?
We watched them a little bit Saturday. I had them on.
Yeah. They can score.
They can score. Yeah, they got.
Oh shit! This receiver's got seven tugs on the year right now.
Their quarterback's pretty good. He's
Pat Bryant.
Yep.
Their quarterback's mobile. He can move. So
they're playing a different brand of Brett Bielema ball too. I mean, we're all used to the Wisconsin version and the Arkansas version where all they do is run. He's adjusting to current times. They're more of a passing team.
They are.
Quarterback can make plays. Again, it's time for our defense to kind of put up or shut up because I think they got embarrassed at Wisconsin or at Washington last week.
I agree. All right. Anything else you want to touch base on Michigan? Just go out there and get the fucking W.
Go blue. Let's do it.
Anyway, looking at it. All right, so kind of fucked up at the beginning there. Sorry, guys. All right, we're going to get into the breakdown of the Tiger season. We were on a complete high going into this, thinking that it was only going to be one more game we needed, right? I think.
Yep.
We all went to Thursday's game after Wednesday's exciting fucking thriller, and we're all let down.
Yep.
I don't know if we want to talk about the game or just the season in general.
I mean, specifically any of the games, I don't think there's nothing that stands out to me other than obviously anybody that is even looking at any type of way at Scooble like it's his fault is out of their freaking mind.
No,
we never make it there without him. I'm excited to see what he continues to do. He's going to take this as motivation, and he's just going to come back even better.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it obviously when you lose, there was that sad feeling, that disappointment of what could have been. But it's really, I don't think I've ever moved on from a loss quicker than this one, and looked back like, wow, that was fun. No one expected that.
Right.
We weren't supposed to be there, guys. So like the fact that they were mathematically almost eliminated in August, beginning of August. So the fact that we made the run, we brought playoff baseball back to Detroit with a bunch of young kids. I mean, we've talked about it over and over again, but the fact that we brought playoff baseball back with 12 rookies, that's insane. And to make it through the wild card and to push it to a game 5. I mean, we had it where we wanted it. Like you had Scooble on the bump. Guy gets lucky, hits a fastball out, and it's baseball, man.
Right.
That's the crazy part about baseball.
Can't be perfect,
And that's the thing about baseball, though. Like, it wasn't a bad pitch when he hit that grand slam. By the way, it was bottom rail fastball.
He made a good play on the ball, right?
He hit it.
I mean, they're also good teams, right? They're in the playoffs.
What I will say about that last game that they did lose, I love the fact that they battled all the way till the
I
end.
was going to say that too.
They battled until the end. They scored some more runs. Again, timely hitting. Guys stepped up. We want to talk about the season. Parker Meadow, when he went down, was hitting a mere 91. He finished with a 264 batting average.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yep.
Do you want to talk about growth? That's going to be our everyday center fielder for years to come. And, the defense is one thing, but the fact that we have him going to be probably in the leadoff spot moving forward, I'm excited for Tigers baseball for years to come.
I mean, the two players that I start up here were Parker, who regular season batted 244, and that was with a thrilling last 2 months.
Correct.
On base percentage of .310, and in the playoffs, like you said, he was 269.
He had a hit in every game.
7 hits.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was a complete stud, and I think our all-star. Tough to say all-star, but the guy that surprised me was Jake Rogers, man. He was below 200 on his batting average in the regular season, and he was like damn near 275.
Had some huge hits.
Shout out,
clutch hits.
He's a Gold Glove MVP or
Gold Glove
candidate as well.
Yeah, I was trying to pull all those up.
He was the only one. Riley got snubbed, but had a lot to do with his injury.
So there was 3 players that actually are up for the 2024 All MLB.
Mm-hmm.
And Riley is one of the candidates that you can vote on. And then Scooble, obviously. And I don't know if you count this one, but Flaherty. We had him when he was playing well, but they're the only ones that are up for nominations.
He threw a gem for the Dodgers the other night, 7-inning gem.
Kind of random fact about that. I've seen people talk about us selling at the deadline. In the time period since the trade, Sweeney had a higher WAR than Flaherty. So for the people that, Sweeney was just as important in us making the playoffs and playing shortstop once Baez went down. And, shout out to him.
I feel like Sweeney got us to the playoffs. He was clutch, and then when the postseason came around, I feel like he just kind of turned into a pumpkin. I don't know what the hell happened to him. Yeah. For whatever reason, he would come up in every big fucking moment. Like, bases loaded, Sweeney's up. Like
he had the hit in the gap against Class A. That was it.
That was huge.
Right. After Rogers, right?
Yep.
And pulling it up here, he had 2 hits in the postseason. 091 average.
Yeah. Well,
But hey, without him, we wouldn't have got there, right?
Correct.
Yeah. See him make strides and
Yeah. And I mean, you look at our team, right? Illich said once we have our core,
Well, and you heard Scott Harris talk the other day too.
I think we got it, right?
Yeah. Well, of course, here. I think they add an arm. I hope they add an arm. But Scott Harris talked about it. They're going to add the right pieces, and they're willing to spend money for the right pieces. It's
has
not
to be right. Yeah.
They're just not going to go out and just spend money to spend money, which you don't want them to. Not with a young core like we have. You want them to add, a veteran bat that can help. But they made a good point. If they're good on defense and they hit, they're going to cost more money.
He did address too. Obviously, we're going to go to a normal rotation for the people that they can't get away with this all season. Obviously, that's not the plan. But so starters next year, we roll back with Scooble. We still have Reese Olson. You still have Mize or Montero in a spot, possibly a Jackson Jobe, and then we got to get another starter. Maeda's going to be like long relief out of the bullpen. But yeah, I say we acquire a starter, acquire 1 or 2 bats.
Do you think he'll be up for the whole season next year, Jackson?
It all depends on spring training. It all
Yeah.
depends on. I think he has a chance at it. I think they're very open to either possibility. But if he were to start in Toledo or something, he skipped Toledo. He came straight from West Michigan, so that's a big deal. So I wouldn't be surprised if they'd maybe like to get him some starts in Toledo. But if he comes through in spring training and he dominates,
So our starters, we would have Olson right now, Mize, obviously Scooble.
yep. And then Montero's a possibility.
Is Maeda still there, or is he?
Maeda's still there, but he's going to be like the Joey Wentz. He's going to be long
Okay.
relief out of the bullpen, I think.
Okay, and then obviously our bullpen. Hopefully they can be a
Holman,
little bit
Briss,
of what they were.
Gunther.
Yeah,
Yep. I have no
Best.
idea contract situations.
Yeah,
for the bullpen.
I don't
gotta
know.
dig into that
Yeah.
more, but hopefully those
I
guys
mean,
are back.
you would think you want to add a couple starting arms, right?
I think you need to add at least 1, maybe 2. you never make it through.
It can't
injury-wise.
it can't be Scooble in the madness all season. Like,
Yeah.
that's what they had to do to win games going through.
Now
the
that being
stretch.
said, we make a push in late in the year, come playoffs. Hopefully it's Scooble, another starter or two, and if we got to go madness one game, I think they're more than comfortable doing it now. But that isn't what you go in planning to do.
Any non-pitching everyday positions that you'd want to see them address?
I think they're going to address the corners. I would imagine they're probably.
Both?
I don't know about both, but I think third base is.
I mean, our outfield's pretty set, right?
What I heard, if they get an outfield, Vierling's going to be your everyday third baseman. If they get a third baseman, Vierling's going to platoon between third base and outfield. The real question is torque. Do you go in with him being your everyday first baseman, or
Didn't you guys say one of the other guys could play first too?
no? They're saying
Was
Cole
it Bisa-
Keith.
Cole
played
Keith
first.
could.
And if you were not impressed with the way he played second, which
At the end of the year, he played pretty well.
yeah, there's people that are both ways in that. I was fine with it. I thought he improved, especially being his first year starting as a second baseman. You could add somebody there. You could add somebody at second or first. So the biggest thing they want is flexibility and players that can play multiple positions. It sounds
Well,
like.
so you're saying Verling on right. I mean, I was thinking Meadows, Green, Carp.
I think so.
Right.
Carp's a platoon guy no matter
He's just
what.
he's just
He's going to be
the
your
right-hander.
DH. He's going to be your DH. He'll play in the
Okay.
outfield.
And you
side.
got to remember Perez, Wenzel Perez.
Yeah,
is a
Wenzel
switch
as well.
hitter. You even got Malloy. So Malloy and Carpenter. Malloy crushes lefties. Carpenter crushes righties. You can platoon them that
Okay.
way if you want. But
I'm just asking more of like, is there a position of need that we should be looking at? Third, first, we need someone in the infield, right? We can't have Sweeney out there every week.
I think if they find a guy that fits at third, that's where Vierling comes into play more in the outfield.
Yeah.
If they find a guy that fits at second, maybe you look at Cole Keith at first. If you find a first, I think we could use pieces, yes, for sure.
Right.
Do we need it at one specific place?
No.
I don't think so.
So
I
it
think
just it has to be the right fit.
yes.
It has to be
Gotcha.
the right fit. and
We'll
I
adjust
think
accordingly.
It's going to be a bat.
Yes.
Right.
They need to add a veteran bat that can hit.
So
'Cause
okay,
I mean, what
I mean-
in that ALDS, we were like unreal with runners and runners on
Right.
base.
a lot
So
of like 27
we
runners
just
on
needed
base.
we got the base runners, man. We were doing everything we were supposed to do, just couldn't come through with the big hits.
is by as a Tiger come season start.
Scott Harris says he has a role, so I don't think that's starting shortstop.
You can't pay a guy that much to not start though.
You can pay him that much to not play at all, too. I guess. I mean, that's the alternative. So,
Touche.
if the team likes him, which I think we've all made it, they've made it pretty clear that they do. Like he's still a decent clubhouse
He's a
guy.
good dude, right?
It can't hurt to have him around if you got to pay him anyway. But it's just is he still gonna have that positive attitude, playing once every 3 games? I don't know. But
Because he'll be your alternate shortstop.
yeah,
Maybe switch in at second base a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be ideal if the fucking guy had
Just
it.
hit the ball, man.
If he could hit the ball and you have him and Sweeney in the middle, I feel pretty comfortable with that defensively.
Yeah.
But again,
And then you move.
you can't
then
swing
you
at
move
pitches that are on
Keith.
the outside batter's
Yeah.
box.
Scott Harris tried alluding that maybe this hip injury he had was bothering him all season, but I'm like, unless it was bothering him for the last 3.
Yeah, man.
I don't really
Since-
care that much.
Since he left Chicago,
Yeah,
he hasn't
so.
been much of anything. But hey, positive. Kids are young, man.
Exciting. It was a fun. It was such a cool month.
It was, and I know you guys have probably listened to the ticket, and the guys on there have been pretty hard on spending money. If you don't have a high payroll, you're not making it far in the playoffs, and I mean he's kind of right this year. However, I don't think the money ball works somewhat, but it doesn't get you to the end. It gets you into the playoffs, which is fun, but you got to have those clutch hitters.
I think we're on the right path.
I agree.
Because again, we weren't supposed to be here, and here we were. We were all at that game, and
I think this year was the Lions 2 years ago.
I think so too.
The Lions, the way they finished
How
that
they-
season, winning at Green Bay,
Yeah.
and it was awesome. Now, if they can make that push to what the Lions did last year and stay on the similar path, awesome. But I mean, and the Red Wings are probably a step behind. It's an exciting time, for all Detroit sports. But
I love it. All right.
What are we at? Is that 2 years ago we got Montgomery?
Yeah, I was trying to think who our rookies were.
no, 2 years ago we had Jamal and Swift still.
Yeah, so last year is when we added Montgomery.
Yep.
And look
Gibbs.
at the Tigers of adding a veteran.
And Gibbs.
Yeah, we drafted Gibbs. I'm just saying,
Yeah, but
adding a veteran piece that is kind of what your offense runs through right now. Is what the
Monty's
Tigers,
the
which I
Monty's
hope
the
the
engine,
Tigers
man.
do. You add a veteran piece that your offense, can spark an offense.
Yep.
In baseball, it's that's a killer.
We're a little bit
Well-
more of an attractive place to come to now after the season as well. Like, it would have been a lot tougher sell the last couple of years.
I think a lot of pitchers would want to come pitch here too.
Yeah, you should, man.
Fuck
Not
yeah.
in addition
Fetter's unreal.
in addition to the giant ballpark that we have.
Yep.
But just the coaching staff. That's please come here.
And you get to pitch against the White Sox every few games.
Yeah.
Who don't look like they're going to get better
Yeah.
anytime soon.
I would love to get a couple starting arms and feel a little bit more confident about a rotation or having something of a rotation. But yeah, you can't 86 and 76. They had the 31 and 11 run.
Unreal.
It just great season, guys. Great season.
Say that stat again.
86 and 76, and they had the 31 and 11 run.
That right there with 12 rookies is fucking incredible, guys.
We've been hearing
So-
for how long now about the 84 Tigers started 35-5.
Yep.
Like how that's just untouched. It's unfathomable to even have that kind of record. And then this team
Ends with that.
does 31-11. Yeah, down the stretch. And that's the one reason, like, rolling into that Houston series, and people are like, oh, these rookies, these guys are stepping up. I'm like, they've been playing playoff games for a month now.
Right.
That entire last end of that season.
It's all been big hits.
Yes,
You know what I
every
mean?
game was huge.
But that's like when people are like, "Oh, it was a letdown. And you just got us up to get us down." What else were you gonna do? You gonna watch other teams play baseball?
Right.
It's not as fun.
Are you watching preseason basketball? I know that ain't happening.
No. You're fucking watching the Lions once a
Right.
week.
Right.
Also, it was pretty clear how much the MLB wanted to push the agenda that chaos wasn't working because
Oh,
that last game especially, and
all they talked about.
the announcers, oh, the relievers are getting tired. Oh, you can't put this much. What are you talking about? Other than one swing on a grand slam, they had nubbers in the infield, dinks in the outfield. Like, they were not hitting us hard. We were not falling apart walking people.
No.
Like, it was absurd how much I felt like they were trying to push that angle.
That was the most frustrating part when we were watching that. Kelly and I watched the last game together, and watching just a nub hit like off the handle to
sometimes
between the first and second baseman. We're in double play depths.
Yeah.
It was a lucky hit.
Right.
You get a nub that flares into the outfield.
But that's fucking baseball, right?
Exactly.
You know?
And we had some of those.
Right. We did it for
We
2
had
months,
some of
though.
those. We had some of those go our way.
Anytime you needed one of those, we had it.
Yep.
Like you said, with the check swings. It was every time it was towards
Fucking-
the Tigers.
What's his name? Fry had a checks or
Yeah,
was
fucking
it
bunt.
What's her
Literally at the end
center
of his
fielder's
bat.
name? Landry.
Who?
I know what you're talking about, but
Cleveland's?
Yeah. What's her center fielder's name? He
Wasn't
flies.
Fry.
It wasn't Fry.
it was
He had one last night.
Lane,
At checks.
Lane Smith.
No, the leadoff, Quan. Isn't he?
No,
center?
no,
Left field.
No, he plays
Oh, left field.
Talking about the dude
Center
they
field.
got,
My
dude
bad.
they got from the Nationals, Lane Thomas.
Lane
Yeah,
Thomas.
Lane Thomas,
He had a
yeah.
check swing last night and ran it out.
Did you really?
Check swing,
In a-
shortstops in double play depth.
The Guardians don't make a single error against us. Last night they're pissing all over
Oh,
themselves,
my
dropping
God.
pop-ups in the infield.
Well,
What the fuck?
honestly, like I didn't think we were gonna. I mean, maybe I thought we were gonna win the World Series. I would have loved them to go to New York.
Yeah.
Because that is just a different monster.
Yeah.
And just to have that going to there for to make it, yeah, even if they lost it, I would have just been like, yeah, just
We've
a
always had-
little bit more.
We've
that
always
they
had
could get.
success against them too, and we beat them in
Right.
the Little League
They
Classic this year.
So
They started our run.
So there was a TikTok I was watching, and it was what teams have the best success over the Yankees in like since whatever.
Yes.
We were they were 3-10 against Detroit.
Yeah, and the funny thing is they dominate the American League Central. Everyone except us.
Right.
We dominate them.
And then, yeah, and in the playoffs. I mean, and I think that had the like Jeter like when they won.
Yep.
And then obviously we kind of handed it to them the next
Yeah, because
yeah.
they dominate the Twins and the Guardians.
God, I just
like
man, that was one of my favorite series watching of that team.
Yep. It was
It was just
so much fun.
Just stud after stud after stud coming up, and then. All right,
Pitching was different.
Yep, it was. It was a little different. All right, so we're gonna switch to the Detroit Lions. I know we brought it up a little bit. I think, obviously Jerry Jones's birthday was ruined, but I feel like my Sunday was ruined. We dominated and we lost our stud on defense. I didn't know how to feel after that game because we completely dominated front to back. and we lost Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, I'll paint the scene with where me and Duffy we're at one of our best friends is an absolute live and die with the Lions. It was his birthday, and he's also the type that we're gonna have a great time if we win. We're gonna have a bad time if we lose. Like, party's canceled, everybody go home. So everything is going perfect. There's parents there, there's kids there. Everything is going absolutely the best way you possibly can imagine it. The Lions are dominating, and I was sitting closest to the TV. Duffy's next to me, and everyone's the party's kind of moving. We see the sack. Everyone's excited. They start to go to commercial, and I caught the replay, and I was sick to my stomach. It was the only time they showed the replay because it's before they saw what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw his leg,
Yep.
and I just stopped and looked at Duffy and, like,
Done.
he's done. It's not good.
Yeah.
And there's still people in the party that haven't seen it yet. They're happy, and I'm just sick to my stomach. And they come back from commercial, air cast, stretcher, all that stuff, and it's like, just trust me. It's tib fib, done.
I've
Like,
never felt the air. I've been a part of a lot of big wins, like by a lot of points. Never felt the air leave a room so quickly.
yeah, it was.
I mean,
gut-wrenching.
and you can't even say that like, oh, why was he in? Yeah, I know the game was
It was
kind
the
of
third quarter.
he
NFL,
still
man.
should have been in. There's
Yeah.
no reason that he shouldn't have been in. He made the sack. It just stinks. Is all it is.
Yep.
And the fact, like, I don't know. I mean, obviously you guys saw it, but like he started taking his shit off.
So
If you saw his face, he said it's
broken.
broken.
I immediately, when I saw him go down to his back, down the way he fell, I said, maybe he hurt his back, maybe. And then when he went to his gloves, I said, wrist,
Yeah,
hand, something.
I thought he could have fell on his arm too. I'm like, maybe he just got tangled.
Immediately, I said it was his lower leg.
Yeah.
So I was watching the replay looking for the upper half.
Yep.
And then I caught the leg on the second replay. So I didn't see it initially hit McNeil, but I saw it when he fell to his back, and I saw it bend wrong. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh no.
That's
like,
not supposed to look like that.
Yeah. So, especially being Hutch, like, we can't talk enough about hometown kid. Went to Michigan, went through a similar, the worst season in Michigan history, the COVID year. Comes back, he's the leader of that team.
Yep.
Drafted the Lions, and look what he's done here so far. On pace to be Defensive Player of the Year, leading the NFL in sacks. It's
Sacks,
just
double
pressures,
teams,
quarterback
pressures,
hits,
yeah, all of
leading
it.
the NFL in every major category.
Yep. Even after he broke his leg, he grabs him, lets go when he hurts it, and then grabs him again, pulls him down with him. Like you knew, but just So what do we do? What do we do going forward?
Well, the thing that stinks is that we were talking last week, like we need another piece opposite of Aiden.
Yep.
And now it's like, how many DNs do we have on our team? We lost our two main DNs, and we don't really have any other ones.
Yeah.
We have Pascal on the team.
We were hoping for James Houston. He's not.
James Houston
gonna
is
contribute.
not who we thought he was. So they have to do something, and everyone's throwing out big names out there. Hey, it could potentially happen, but after hearing the interview with Campbell and what he's saying is that they're looking for a role player, and they're going to try to just fill in people to try to provide pressure.
I'm okay with it.
And you think, AG, he was dialing up, think 2 years ago, right? Because he was, or 3 years ago. When did we not have Hutch? Whenever we didn't have Hutch, and he was patching together a defense out there.
Yeah, but he didn't have anybody.
He had no one. But what I'm saying is he got zero pass rush.
Yep.
And he would try to have blitzes is the only way that we could get in there. And I mean, I know that stinks, but hey, we got to get, we have to do something. We can't go the rest of the year without not having a pass rush.
Yeah, I think we need to add a body, if not two.
Yep.
Mostly just, again, depth, if anything. Like,
Right.
we don't have enough guys on the team to play the edge spots. I think you're going to see Jack Campbell come off the edge some more. You're going to see.
I think so too.
It's too bad to have Barnes out. That's another one.
Because Barnes, yeah, right. Because he was playing that.
I think you're going to see more blitz packages for Anzalone because
Yeah,
he does that well.
You're going to see Anzarike, too, play the edge a little bit more. Pascal's going to step up.
Pascal finished the game.
I mean, I don't remember what his name was. They signed someone
Isaiah
from
Smith.
Cleveland.
Yep.
So there's a lot of names going out there, and I don't see why. I mean, I'm not saying like the Crosbys or the Garretts. Like, I fucking love that.
We're not getting Crosby.
Right. Why not? Right. But I don't see it happening. If everything's perfectly aligned, I can see that. But Campbell. I mean, he could be playing chess when we're playing checkers. But he said we're not going to jeopardize the farm.
Yeah.
But it's like.
I think the thing the Lions have shown over the last few years, and we just gave McNeil an extension yesterday.
Yeah.
We're gonna pay our own. You don't put a guy in the back burner and say, hey, I'm going to pay you, I'm going to pay you, I'm going to pay you, and then pull someone else and pay him more. So I think the perfect option for us is going to be some type of a rental for the rest of the season, or maybe a guy that has 1 year left in his contract, something like that. I just don't see us bringing in like Reddick. Hassan Reddick's one of those guys who can go either way. If he's to that point where he's tired of being fined, doesn't want to play for New York, he just wants to come and do a prove it for the rest of his season, he's an option. If he's still going to do the same shit he's did in New York, where he refuses to play without an extension, absolutely not an option.
No.
Crosby he's still a lot of money over the next couple of years.
He's off the table.
I mean, my thing is that if
the Raiders came out today and said they're not trading him.
And Crosby has been from the beginning. I'm a Raider. Like they're tattooed on my body. Like that's who I am.
The one I could see that's a bigger name is Trey Hendrickson. But at the same point, like he wanted to trade at the beginning of the year. But if you're Cincinnati, their next 3 games are winnable.
Yeah, he's a perfect fit, but we just need Cincy to take some losses.
But even with that, like, if we were losing, would you want to trade Aiden? No. You know what I mean? Like, he's a piece that you're trying to build around.
Yep.
So, I mean,
but the difference is Trey, he's going to be 31 years old.
Yeah,
right?
he's already through his second contract.
I get
he's
it.
already in his second contract.
And we were talking that'd be a great fit for him to be number 2.
Yeah.
But,
I
mean,
think once he's here and the familiarity with Dan Campbell, Aaron Glenn, like he has that familiarity from the Saints. That's another reason I think he could be a good fit. But again, like we keep throwing out these names like it's just easy to go get them.
Right.
It's not just like the other team has to want to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I see the Myles Garrett thing because Cleveland is in literally
we don't know what they're doing.
utter disrepair. Like you can't repair that with the contract you have.
I think of the Judons. I think of the Chase Youngs, the Montez Sweats. I want the second tier guy that maybe we can get for a third rounder, something like that. I don't want.
And that's the Zadarius Smith.
What about
Zadarius Smith,
or Brian? What about Burns, man?
I mean, I don't even know what his situation. He just signed with the Giants. Did he extend?
I don't know.
I think he extended.
Yeah, he
with
extended.
I know.
When he signed with the Giants.
He's one of those names that have been thrown around too. And I'm like, didn't they just like we wanted him before when he was in Carolina? Why didn't?
I think going to New York, he also signed an extension as well. There's another guy in New York though that
he had a couple sacks. on the season. Yeah.
Every team that's below 500 and every team that loses over the next couple of weeks, I'm just all over the waiver wire trying to figure out
the name from the Titans. I can't remember.
Yeah, he has a lot of familiarity. They said with our D-line coach.
Yeah.
Well, when I was talking to you, I was like, well, who does our coaches have ties with? And I was like, the Saints.
Yeah.
Why couldn't we get like a Cam Jordan?
Yeah.
I don't think he'll. I know his whole career's been there, but if he were to leave, then it wouldn't make sense. Like,
Sure.
Wouldn't he want to work for Campbell? And who was Aaron Glenn was there too, or was he with the Rams?
He was there as well.
Yeah, I couldn't remember because Rams and Saints were like the big two.
Yeah, and like our D-line coach this year that we just brought in, he was from the Titans, so there's a couple guys there as well.
He's the best D-line coach.
So I think the thing is, I don't think they need to make a move. Like obviously this week, see what we look like, see what we do against the Vikings. I think a move needs to be done before the deadline. We need to add bodies. It doesn't matter who it is. We just need to. I mean,
100%.
We have to add people to that D line. And honestly, I mean, McNeil getting that 55 guaranteed. Was it 4 years? I think it was 4.
It was a 4-year extension.
97 mil. I mean,
55
A
guaranteed.
3-year extension. So he has 4 more years.
Yeah. So we were. I was talking, and I was like, I think he's going to be the guy out. He's not going to get paid because how do we pay everybody else? And it's like
it also is like, or is there something else at play here where, are we structuring things? Are we pushing things down the road? Like, are we trying to make room for something, or are we like? There's more to read into. Like, even we also did Montgomery, like, and this was just before the game,
right?
But like, one thing I like about that, so many teams in the NFL, man, they don't know how to treat their people. They don't know how to show appreciation. We brought David Montgomery in here last year on a 3-year deal. You're telling me 4 games into year 2, they were already like, we're not messing around with this guy. So the way they did it too, they spaced it out to where he's less of a hit, or he's more of a hit this year. It's going to be a better deal for us the next 3 years, and he's got guaranteed money. He's locked up. He loves being in Detroit. I like seeing stuff like that because that's what players want to come play for.
And every player, I could be wrong with this. Every player that we extended was early.
Yeah,
it wasn't the year of their.
No.
It might have been for St. Brown. Might have been the only one that was close. I can't remember if it was his last year, but everyone's been extended We just gave Decker a deal, and then he got another deal.
Yeah.
Sewell, a year early. Like, that's...
And I think Brad Holmes is doing this, like, strategically. Like, I want to say they're player and team-friendly deals.
Right.
Which is hard to do.
Yeah. That, Brad Holmes' first draft class, like, it needs to be talked about more. Penny Sewell, Anzareke, Aleem McNeil, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and you still have Melifonwu.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Jamar Jefferson was in there, and then there's another guy. But
Was it an O-lineman, too? I don't remember it. But yeah.
all 7 guys are still on the roster, and that's unheard of in the NFL. Yeah, it's... that's your first, like, that's what you started building your foundation with.
Yeah.
It goes a long way in why our team is what our team is now.
Yeah, and I just want to allude to the Montgomery paying. I love that for us because I think it's very clear the last 2 weeks who our offense runs through.
Yep.
When I mean, you can take David Montgomery to score the first touchdown in every game and probably win money.
Thanks, Montgomery.
Yeah.
I love you.
Because I mean, the first touchdown, he broke. Nobody wants to hit him. He's a fucking bowling ball. Like, he absolutely destroys secondaries.
Our O-line dominated on that play, and there was something that I heard and went back and watched. Frank Ragnow, coming off of like a partially torn pec, he double choke slams the center and the tackle on that play. Like, lifts them off the ground and pancakes both of them.
Yeah,
like, how the hell do you do that
with
anyway?
a torn pec?
Let alone, I think your pec's healthy, dude. You proved it.
The other person I pulled up the draft class: Penei Sewell, Levi, Emil, Melifonwu, St. Brown, Derek Barnes was
Derek
the other
Barnes,
one.
yeah, dude, like,
and then Jamar Jefferson.
Unreal draft class.
Yeah.
Unreal.
All still fucking Lions.
Yeah, just hitting home runs, man. Just crushing it. And then you can even say 22. I mean, 23 might have even been just as good.
Yeah, I mean, there haven't been many misses.
He hasn't. He hasn't. So that's what I'm saying. Like, do you jeopardize him taking those shots?
It's a weird
by getting a known commodity.
It's a weird dynamic because when he was with the Rams, that's all they did. They traded picks for players. They sacrificed their future over and over and over, and just kept Jalen Ramsey. Like, they were the type. We got this position. Let's do it. And we've done it completely the opposite here so far. So now it's like, all right, now that we're in position, are you going to go back to was that you that was doing that with the Rams, or was that higher ups that were pulling the strings? What's the mentality here? I'm cool either way. I'm not the type to, this whole administration has done nothing to make me not trust them wholly. And, so I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe we're not trading for so-and-so.
No.
If they trust the guys they got in the room so far, I got no reason to not believe them.
Just know he's getting 4 or 5 guys out of that draft that are going to be your starters, which is fucking stupid.
Unreal. Yep.
Stupid.
And then, how about everybody else in that game too? I mean, J-Mo, that was fun to watch.
I mean, we didn't even talk about the game yet. I mean, it was just top to bottom dominant.
Yep.
J-Mo had, 4 catches?
Brian Branch, 2 more picks. Kirby Joseph.
Dude, they just... And, I mean, honestly, Monty's runs were pretty amazing.
Angry, dude.
But when you look at, the stat line, it was just everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
Monty had 80 yards. He had 2 touchdowns. One was, but... I mean, that should have been a Sewell touchdown, right? That was the one that he...
Yeah.
Or did that get called back?
How about the Sewell touchdown?
When he dove,
they called
that
back.
got called back.
We kicked the field goal.
Yep.
How about a big fuck you to Dallas too? We just started
2
running
tackles.
trick plays,
Dude,
running hook and ladders to
Skipper
linemen.
out at wide out.
Yeah. I wish we'd have got that touchdown to Decker just because. And I'll tell you what, that linebacker, he made a great play.
He did. Decker almost had both hands out. Did you see him almost make a great catch?
Did.
It was a great
That would
play.
have been incredible.
How athletic are our linemen that we got? Him making that play and Sewell staying up and getting in the end zone.
Dude,
Just
incredible. And then
what I love most about it is Ben Johnson showing emotion after that. Just fired up.
Right.
I still need to know why that
was-
wasn't allowed, by the way, because
I don't get it.
It was a
Horrendous
screen
call.
pass. I don't understand why you're
It was
so
a horrendous
stupid.
call.
Yeah.
But I still, one of my biggest pet peeves with refs is why you don't get explanations sometimes. And that was just, flag.
Well,
Sorry.
they talked about it for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Tell us what you're talking about.
Because the guy realized that Sewell caught it or caught the pitch, but it's like he caught the pitch behind the line of scrimmage, brother.
Yeah.
Lineman can be downfield.
Right.
Yeah. Just wild. But, and yeah, I said J-Mo, Once he gets even with anyone. That was Trayvon Diggs. Gone.
I love that
Yeah.
he beat him too.
Gone.
Just unreal.
And Campbell, again, interviewed, he goes, man, who doesn't want a guy that can run like a 3.9 40 and loves to fucking block?
Yeah.
He's like,
Who's looking to take your head off?
That room, the wide receiver room, I mean, with Khalif and St. Brown, just like, it's blocking first. Do your job. Like, I love it.
All this talk to, and we still haven't even mentioned a double reverse touchdown pass to our tight end. That and
Finally got one.
my thing too is it's the little things. Like, okay, so most of the time when you run a play like that, you see you're on defense. You see handoff. Okay, all reverse. Okay, pitches back to the quarterback. Who's going to be open? Tim Patrick's running a deep post on that play. He is double covered, and Dallas probably thinks, "Ha fuckers!
Yeah.
Like your play is gone.
Trickery.
We got it." And then Sam Laporta leaks late for a wheel.
For a 50-yard tug.
Gone. And they're all chasing the post to the other side of the field. Next thing you know, Laporta gone.
Who was it? Was it Pittsburgh? Did the same play?
Everybody runs their same place.
I know. But,
Yeah.
Right, I know. But
Yeah.
it was literally, they did it before us, though, because we were the four,
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. But they got Fields got hammered on the throw.
Yep, I did see that.
Yeah, but same day, pretty sick. I mean, J-Mo's touchdowns was sick. Yeah, I mean, talking about what's his name, Tim Patrick.
Yeah, huge.
Like, I was like, who the fuck was that?
Yep.
Fucking Timmy, let's go.
Well,
Huge catch. Huge
think-
catch.
what was the Monday night? The Monday night game out, the Seahawks game. So when he first was getting kind of integrated in the offense, and
Right.
we were all there, and we're like, this is huge. Like, I'm so happy to see him be comfortable, be running routes, be
Right.
getting catches, and they're trusting him because he's gonna be needed at some point.
Well, think of J-Mo
Well, think
2
of what-
years ago when they were just sprinkling them in.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's Tim.
When we go to Dallas, we just have to know going forward, we're not getting PI calls.
Yeah.
Because that Tim Patrick catch that you're talking about,
he was
mugged.
abused.
the DB was looking into his eyes with his one hand around him like he was molesting him.
Yeah.
It was
How do you not call that?
not call it. Now, the fact that he made the catch was pretty incredible.
Yeah. And then sprinkled a little bit of hooker at the end there. What did you guys think about that?
I think it was due.
Yeah, I'm
You got to
cool.
get him
I
some
liked
game
it.
reps
I
My-
agree.
Then the next big thing was what Brian Branch 2 picks and
and a forced fumble.
Kirby Joseph. So he already has I think they said he tied the record for most interceptions in the end zone in a season.
Really?
That's 4 this year.
Yeah.
All 4 of his picks are in the end zone.
I mean, I'm gonna say it. Duff and I talked about it earlier. We have the best safety duo in the league.
Agreed.
Yeah. You want to talk about football IQ that you can't teach? Brian Branch's first interception.
Yep.
He wasn't supposed to be there.
Right.
Like,
You saw him go
It
to the
was an
flat.
incredible
he
play.
baited the fuck out of it.
Yep, and then
he
dropped
knew that
back.
he was going to the corner.
Yes.
And then ran to the spot.
and again, like non-football knowers, you see that and you're like, oh wow, great play. I can't believe Dak didn't see that guy. No, man, Brian Branch.
He wasn't
Made a
supposed to be
fucking
there.
play.
Brian Branch had flats. He sees the guy. He knows that even he shows that he's covering him, but he knows even if you throw it to him,
I'm
it's
making
third
it
and goal. He's not going to score. So he made the calculated risk to show that, drop off, go make that play.
Yep.
And you know who's behind him? CeeDee Lamb. So who do you think Dak's going to try to force the ball to
Yep.
in that situation? And again, the reason it's important, again, it's a calculated risk, is even if you break off him and Dak happens to throw to the flats, you still come up, make the tackle. It's 4th and goal at the 4 or 5 yard line. It's a win. Like it's such a good football play.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it made Dak look stupid.
Yeah, it did.
So I'm on board with. So
And was it Branch's stat line is the best stat line since Ed Reed since 2020?
Yes,
2013 or
2012.
Yeah.
yeah,
2012.
It's a pretty good company to be compared to. I mean, he's just.
He's around the football, dude.
Yeah.
And did you hear Campbell too talking about Branch? He got one of the game balls, right?
Yes.
And he said that he wanted to break down the team. Like he wants to be a leader on this fucking team. Like he's dying for it. And
Yes.
I just
special shout out to all other 31 teams in the league for letting that guy get out of the first round.
idiots,
Stupid.
How the hell do we get him in round 2?
idiots, man.
And shout out to Jared Goff for having another damn near perfect game. You want to? He should have had another touchdown pass. J-Mo dropped that one across the middle.
How about that? Talking about that.
I loved the next play.
That he went right back to him.
That was huge.
Same fucking boom, right back
Yeah,
to him.
I'm coming right back to you because I trust you.
We are
Yep.
not going to let you hang your head for a second. Don't even think about it. Here it comes.
And he said early on in his career, if he dropped
Yes.
a pass, he was just like devastated, and
Yep.
he's like he's no longer that guy.
And that's one of the things I like most about seeing J-Mo mature is he was so like demonstrative his first year when he'd run a route and be open and not get the ball. You'd see him throwing his arms around. When he dropped the ball, you could see him being really emotional. Now it's like whatever clicked for him, and I said it before. He credits a lot to Teddy Bridgewater. I guess Bridgewater really took him under his wing last year and really taught him how to be a pro. And
Which is
mature.
awesome. Awesome.
So it's like having a guy like that, it shows the importance. Bridgewater never played an important snap for us that whole season. But having that backup and having that guy there we're still paying from it. So it's just so cool to see J-Mo mature, and you see it in the blocking. You see it in running deep routes when he knows he's not getting the ball. Like
It was
across the board.
that first Montgomery touchdown. He's blocking the safety in the end zone.
Yep.
Bro, that's 30 yards. That run was 30 yards.
It was.
It's a 30-yard run. He is blocking in the end zone.
And you see St. Brown block too. It's like, how much did you take from him, and how important is that for Gibbs and Montgomery that we got receivers that are that committed to
Well,
blocking?
you remember, I think it was week 2 or 3. No, it was Tampa. He got pissed because he didn't finish his block, and Montgomery
No,
made
it wasn't
to
Montgomery. It was Raymond.
Was that who
Or
it was?
Reynolds. Josh.
whoever it
That
was,
Reynolds.
but he was pissed that he didn't finish his block. 'cause
Craig
he-
Reynolds when he ran him over.
Yeah,
That
right,
was the
correct.
truck.
Because he didn't. He's like, oh, I didn't know that you'd be out here. So
Yeah,
that's the mentality of them. And if you have your whole team going to the whistle, like receivers take plays off and block, like they're all going gung ho every fucking play, like. That's unheard of, and it's all. I mean, it's all branched from fucking Campbell.
It's also
Love
it's similar. It's similar to what we talked about with Michigan with the receivers running routes because they know they might get the ball. Well, every single run play with this team could get sprung to the next level. So it's
So
like
you need
all right,
that block.
Do you want to be that guy on tape that was taking that play off when Ragnow and Sewell dominate their and
was gonna say it.
spring Gibbs into the? You don't want to be that guy. No one wants to be that guy.
I'm
on this
sorry.
team.
We have the best offensive line in football.
Yeah,
To me, it's without question.
Yeah, it was all. It was.
I mean, it was us or the Eagles, right?
We talked about that. Was it Montgomery? No, it was Gibbs' touchdown on the goal
Untouched.
line. Sewell, absolutely
Sewell's five yards deep in the end zone.
on top of somebody.
Yeah.
Ragnow and who's right guard? Zenter or
no,
not Zenter?
Zeitler.
Zeitler.
They are double teaming into the linebackers, falling forward. Gibbs went untouched from 5 yards into the end zone.
Yeah. Also, what do they say? We couldn't pick up players. We could only draft them.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good guard pickup there.
That was a huge guard pickup. He is playing really good football. We're just playing. We didn't even talk about Gibbs. I mean, he had 90 yards still and a touchdown.
Electric every time he touches the ball.
It just goes on and on. They're just
You want to talk about
great team.
St. Brown only had 38 yards receiving?
Yeah.
And a touchdown.
Again, Laporta had one target, 50-something yard
58
touchdown.
yards and a touchdown.
St. Brown had 3 or 4 catches, 30-something yards.
I mean-
Patrick might have been our second leading receiver.
He had
Yardage
73,
wise.
I think, yeah. J-Mo's the only one. J-Mo had 76.
I mean,
And I know because I had him over 75.
And Goff threw for 319 or 307, somewhere in that ballpark.
Gibbs and Monty were 12 and 12 split. Craig got obviously late
At
in the
the end
game,
of the game.
six carries. J-Mo 3 catches. Khalif 4 catches. Patrick 3 catches. Laporta had 1. St. Brown had 4. Gibbs had 3. I mean, and then you got like Taylor Decker down here, and, but Allen Robinson, he had a target, didn't catch the ball. Just spread the ball out, and I mean, just awesome.
Well, I know we joked about it. Offensive lineman scoring a touchdown.
They wanted
over
it.
under
They
last
fucking
week.
wanted
was
it,
one
man.
of our over-unders.
We had
We gave
and-
2 attempts at offensive lineman
Well,
scoring a touchdown.
Goff got interviewed, and he asked him about Skipper running on a wide receiver, and he's like, "No, we practiced that. Like, he's not the first option, but he's 4 or 5. Like, he could have got the ball." And I like that everyone's saying, because they're like, "Oh, you're trying to pour it on Dallas," which they were. Fuck
Oh,
yeah, love it.
100%.
But they're like, "No, we only do what the defense gives us, and the defense was giving us this." Because a lot of people are saying, "Why you open up that playbook? Like, keep some of it."
He got more.
Yeah.
He's got more up there.
There's more.
There's more.
and the
Ragnow may catch a pass this year.
And plus, I mean, and also when it comes to football, now you got these teams spending time during their week preparing for this bullshit.
For linemen.
Like, hey, they might run this play where they might pitch it to Penny Sewell. Hey, anytime that you're on the edge rusher and Taylor Decker's uncovered, you better make sure you cover him. Like, that slows down the rush. That like,
Because they have to
it
think
just-
about it.
Yeah, like
It's in the
we
back of their
can-
head.
We can
Fuck.
do anything, man. Like, you better be prepared, and that's what football coaches think about. That's what So
They
Just
said
wild.
that Panay play was, I can't remember if they named it, but that was in the playbook for over a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he said the same thing with the golf touchdown on Monday night.
Yeah.
He's like, that's been in the playbook. We've
Yeah.
had it called a few times, but we just didn't get the right look.
Right.
Plus, like, team morale, man. Like, you wonder why these guys love the coaches and they
Yeah,
love to play
man.
for the
They're
team. Like,
having fucking fun.
Everybody loves fucking trick plays and fun plays,
Yeah,
man. You
half-
love that shit.
half the teams don't even practice these plays, let alone actually call them in a fucking game.
Right.
Like, you know how excited Penny Sewell had to be? Oh, we're going to pitch me the ball? Like,
Yeah.
So they showed a stat early on in the game, and we were sitting next to our buddy Derek, and I'm like, we're 9 of 11 for fake punts. They showed the stat.
yeah.
And I go, dude, the fact that we're 9 of 11 is crazy. He goes, the fact that we have 11 fake punts is insane.
Yeah. Like, we were impressed with the 9 of 11. He was just like, 11 tries?
11 fake punts. And since Campbell's been here.
Right.
Most teams don't have 11 in a decade.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Right,
We had 11 in a 3-year span.
Well, yeah, fucking A, man. I love it.
What was it? We're like 60% on fourth down, which is the highest in the league by a ton.
By a lot.
9
Yeah.
of 11 on fake punt tries, and the one you don't get, people are going to be calling in, oh, I can't believe this
Yeah.
guy. He's so
this guy's
stupid."
costing us the game.
Yeah.
Shut up, man. That's just who he is.
Never change.
Oh, God, that was a fun game.
Fucking fun. Yeah.
But came with consequences.
Yep. So let's branch off. We're gonna go to the power rankings here.
rankings.
Let's start at 5. We're gonna go 5-1 this time.
Ooh, backwards.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Kelly's got to remember.
We're gonna change it.
Baltimore's my number 5.
5's my Baltimore still. Mine didn't change.
I think mine changed either.
I'll tell you-
Baltimore 5. I have that as well.
I did add a note to Baltimore, though. 4 straight wins now. Cowboys, Bills, Bengals, Commanders. That's pretty solid. They're rolling now after starting 0-2.
I did debate on bringing the Bills back into the mix.
They just got scary.
Yeah.
With Amari Cooper.
They won. They beat the Jets, which I don't think the Jets are anything great, but they're a decent team. They beat them. But now they just added Amari Cooper.
Well, the only reason they beat them is because Mike Williams ran the wrong route.
Yeah, dude, I've never seen. Come on, man.
Cry more.
You guys are quarterbacks. You can't fucking say
Cry
that.
more.
Bro, he was open. You knew what he was running.
Dude,
he was running downfield by himself. Throw it to him.
Yeah. Aaron
Don't
Rodgers,
throw it to the
Wrong.
safety, fucking
Right,
loser.
dumbass.
Just wild.
I really like Adams, and it just makes me sick that he went there.
Yeah.
But whatever. Everyone knew it was going to happen.
All right, number 4.
Number 4.
Houston for me.
I got a little flop with mine too, and I also have Houston.
I got
Fucking copier.
I got the Vikings still
Mine
there.
didn't change, literally.
I got the Vikings there still. They're awesome, which you guys probably have the Vikings at 3.
I have the Vikings at 3, and it's only because they looked impressive again, and then I look and we got to remember that they also dominated the Texans.
Yeah.
I overlooked that in my last week's rankings.
I didn't. Mine didn't change. Detroit's at 2.
Yep, I got Texans at 3. I debated.
Chiefs at 2.
I debated.
Chiefs at 2.
I debated
Chiefs
doing
at
the
2.
same thing.
I did it. Let's go.
Losing 8 and I couldn't do it.
Chiefs at 2.
Lions at 1.
No. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
You threw him completely out.
No,
the Hutch injury really hurt him.
I got the Packers there. Lions are out of the top 5 now.
47-9. Fuck you, Dallas. Let's go. Number 1, Lions.
So the reason I didn't, obviously losing Aiden, but everyone has dominated Dallas.
They're bad, dude.
Their run game all over. That defense is
They had a
ass.
chance to get a running back. His
Right.
name's Derrick Henry, and they didn't go get him.
I'm just getting a week ahead of what you guys are going to do next week when we dominate the Vikings.
I mean, I'd love to see
Here's
it.
the thing: the Chiefs still haven't
Chiefs
lost.
have to lose though.
The Chiefs got to lose. They haven't lost yet.
Chiefs have to lose, and they could this week. They
It'll be-
could this week.
Ooh,
They got
Chiefs
a big game.
49ers, you're
They
right.
got a big game this week.
You're right.
But
Bing,
if Chiefs
bong.
beat 49ers, is I think a bigger win than Detroit versus Vikings.
Detroit versus everybody.
Because we don't know who the Vikings are. Like we think we do.
They're also undefeated.
They are
but
who we thought they were.
yeah, but are
And we
they
let them off the hook.
are they Pittsburgh from last year, or wherever when they went 6-0?
Are they Minnesota from 2 years ago?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm thinking more likely.
Right. So
We'll see, man. They're playing really good defense.
honorable mention: Washington.
Impressive.
They look good. I think Bills are right there as well.
Washington did what I was talking about last week. I
Yep.
mean, if you can go and even hang in that game, I'm impressed. You're for real.
Yeah.
To hang at Baltimore, props to them.
I gotta imagine they're the favorite to win that division.
I think so too. I mean, we know this in the
I don't
Cowboys.
think the Eagles are very good. And Nick
I mean-
Sirianni is just losing his mind.
Yeah,
like he is.
yelling at
somebody check this guy.
shaved
in.
his head and
Yeah, like what is happening?
I don't know, man.
You talk shit to a fan and then you bring your kid into
Yeah,
a
if you guys
press
are
conference, you pussy.
If you guys are ever mad at me and want to go lay into me on the podcast, I'm going to bring a toddler with me and just use him as a shield. So
That's fine.
I
I won't change how I talk if a toddler's around. That's fine.
I'll bring my puppy.
He doesn't.
I don't.
He doesn't. He talks just like that in front of his children.
I'm going to bring Copper, and he doesn't like yelling. So
Okay. I'll swear at a dog too.
Fuck that dog.
Fuck that dog.
No, I don't mean it.
No, love your dog. That's cute.
I'll swear at a kid before I swear at a dog.
Yeah,
agreed.
I just will swear at everybody.
Kid probably deserved it. Dog, no.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go into over under. I gotta find it.
Who won last
Please
week?
shut up. We all know. So I'm gonna go through here. Our boy Ryan Duffy is at a 66% win rate here. Kelly's at a 56%, and I'm at a 52%. I did that because it sounded better than what the actual numbers were. But we'll go back through. St. Brown, I actually had some pretty fucking good lines here. I'm pretty proud of myself. St. Brown, I had, we all took the over of 75 yards. We thought it was going to be a big St. Brown day. He was at 37, did have a touchdown, but he did not have the yardage. Laporta, 45, could not be more fucking spot on that. He caught a 52-yarder. You and Duff and Kelly took over. I took the under.
One catch, baby.
That's all you
Who
needed.
would have thought?
J-Mo could not get closer. 75 yards. He hit 76.
Side note, I took the under here. I bet the over.
Love it.
I had to hedge it because I felt bad
Yeah.
Sunday morning.
I
Give me the L.
I was the only one to take the over on that one. Jared Goff, 255. He hit 315.
Hammer.
Again, the only one who did not take that was me. Montgomery. God, fucking great stat line here. 75 is what I said. It was 80. We all took the under. Looking like a bunch of idiots there. Gibbs, all purpose, 95.
Right there. somewhere.
90.
He had 91.
91.
Kelly and myself took the over. Duff hit that one with the under. Great call. Hutchinson's sack. We all took the over.
Ugh.
He had one. Didn't he have two halves?
He had one where he had his hand on him, but I don't think it was his. So.
I didn't know if it was. He had one, though.
Yeah, McNeil got the one that he got his hand on there.
Yep. Team interceptions. You guys both took the under.
Shit.
I took the over.
I didn't know Cooper Rush was going to play.
Finally hit.
I'm glad
It didn't
we
matter.
lost That one.
I know. He had two against Dak.
Miskicked. We all took the under. All hit on that.
It was close, though.
Thanks a lot.
Those extra
Jake.
points, man.
Fucking Jake Bates beat me up in
Yeah, by the
fantasy
way,
football.
It was
19 points in fantasy. Fuck.
It was
dude.
quiet because we were just beating their ass so bad that none of the kicks were high pressure. He had 17 actual points.
Wow.
Yeah.
4 field goals and 5 extra points.
Wow.
Like that's all right. That's
Good,
a big
good
game.
day. Good
You guys-
day.
The stat we didn't talk about while we were talking about the game, we did not punt.
Yeah. Did you see
We
that
did
video
not
of
punt.
I saw the
highlights?
Jack Fox highlights.
Him walking out of the tunnel and then holding field goal.
Holding. Yep.
Yep. And then no one took Monty because we said that was the cheat code of taking that. Kaylee had Saint, you had Gibbs, Duff, and I had J-Mo, which
They all scored.
they all scored.
Gibbs did not trust me because I had a bet on that.
Gibbs didn't score?
No, I needed it. Trust me.
Nope, he didn't. It was Monty. Monty had the 1-yarder.
What were the
Monty had the
5 touchdowns?
the
Monty
aggressive
twice, Laporta, J-Mo, and
St. Brown.
St. Brown.
St. Brown.
He had the tuck tap.
Yeah, I had Gibbs anytime.
He did.
That's all
I
needed.
remember. He
Yeah.
kept talking about how he's going to go
Yeah,
the game.
I kept. So we did the interception down at the 2. Gibbs time. No, not Gibbs
No,
time.
you
We
gave
start
that
throwing the ball to Decker, handing the ball to Sewell. I'm like, this is awesome, but also
Can we get a touchdown?
Montgomery has 2 touchdowns. Give Gibbs one. It was
Yeah.
the first time in our dynamic of these 2 running backs that I've ever they didn't actively try to get the other guy a touchdown
Well,
as
because
well.
when Monty's running like he's running,
I think Vegas made the call, man. They're like,
maybe
hey,
they did.
This guy Ryan made a bet. Fuck him.
He already hit on us twice today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
He ain't hitting the third one.
yeah, I was gonna be 3. It was a good day. 3 for 3. That was gonna be it. But
all right, so this is going to be fun. You guys were gone. I was chilling in the basement here thinking of some shit.
Oh,
God.
boy.
So it is not the normal passing yards, all that.
Oh.
It is a little bit of fun that we're having here. Here we go. All right, so the first question here is, I don't know if it's going to be over under. It's kind of just this or that. That's probably what we're going to call this one. So we got Jared Goff touchdown passes on Sunday or Red Wings goals versus the Preds?
Oh, shit.
Which one will be more?
Wings.
E.
Are we at the Preds?
No. I don't know. I didn't look. Versus the Predators.
I'm taking the Wings. Everybody scores in Nashville.
Golf had 3 touchdowns the last 2 weeks.
I know. I'm taking the Wings.
That's a good this or that though.
No, you like that?
Fuck.
I got 10 of these. So
I think the Wings are going to score.
buckle in. Buckle in, boys.
10 of them?
Buckle in, boys. I'm taking the Wings as well. Hits on Friday. Cleveland versus the Yankees. Total hits. Or Sam Darnold pass attempts.
Total hits?
Sam Darnold pass attempts.
Just so you know, he hasn't been over 20 yet. Oh, I'm sorry. Pass completions. Sorry. Completions.
Completions.
That's scarier. I was like, pass attempts. Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'll
still go with Darnold. Hopefully some pitcher locks some things down over there.
I'm going to take Sam down too. Dylan Larkin goals. I don't think he has a goal in the season yet. It is hard to have a goal. Against the same game, okay? Or Allen Robinson catches.
Wait, who just score a goal?
Dylan Larkin.
Shit.
Larkin's going to score a goal.
That.
Who's going
Allen-
to have more goals or catches?
Just, yeah. Dylan Larkin goals or Allen Robinson catches.
Shit. He got it in the game finally.
He did get 1 target.
Give me A-Rob.
I'm going to go Larkin goals.
I'm going to go Larkin as well.
Fuck. Can I change my pick?
Sorry, buddy. You cannot. That's why I go last.
Damn it.
Okay. And then I have Justin Jefferson receiving yards. Or Gibbs all-purpose yards.
Hurts to say.
Man.
You're welcome. These are pretty fun, aren't they?
Not really. Why'd you have to do the Vikings?
Because
Give me Jefferson.
I know. I don't
We're
want to
gonna-
say Justin Jefferson.
They're going to have to pass a lot.
They got to throw the ball.
I took JJ too. Juan Soto hits on Friday. Friday's game. Just Friday's game. Versus Tim Patrick catches.
Patrick.
Tim Patrick catches.
Damn, thought I was going to get somebody on that. I put TP too.
Soda's going to go be fucking 5
Yeah.
for 5.
I think it's 3-2.
Back on the hit train. We are going to do Otani's hits on Friday's game. Versus the Detroit Lions interceptions.
Shit.
Otani's hits.
Shit.
He could go 4 for 4 in a game at any time.
Oh, God. I just had a flashback to Darnold piecing us up with the Jets years ago. I think it was his first career start. Sorry. My mind just goes places sometimes.
It's all right. The ball's going to be in the air a ton.
Lions picks. Otani's been
Ooh,
cold.
I already put Otani for you. I wasn't expecting that.
Otani's been ice cold.
I'm going Leos as well. What else I got here? Juan Soto, game on Friday. He's been hot. Hits. Oh,
You already did that one.
That was one before.
Did you do 2 Juan Sotos?
yeah, I doubled it. Not bad.
You can do Aaron Judge or something.
Who will have more rushing yards? Monty or Aaron Jones?
Monty, you ain't running on us.
You said rush yards, correct?
Rushing yards.
Okay.
I am also Monty.
I have Aaron Jones on the fantasy squad, and I'm thinking about benching him for the week.
All right, this one's fun. Bates missed kicks
No.
versus how many wins Cleveland will have versus the Yankees.
Cleveland.
We will have more.
More wins.
Cleveland, I'm hoping. This is just, I have to hope for this.
Cleveland, more wins. They
Bates
win
is
in-
never
they win in
gonna miss.
Cleveland. They win in Cleveland.
I think this is going to be a push. However, I will say Cleveland because I can't vote for Bates missing a kick. All right, and the last one here. Saves, whether it's Talbot or Lyon on Saturday's game, same game, versus Jared Goff's completions.
Completions. Ooh, fuck. Ooh, it's going to be real close. Why would you do this?
I love it. I love it. And it is saves. Saves that he has, not shots.
Jared Goff completions.
I do think Jared, we passed more this week, but he's been 18 back-to-back weeks.
How many saves did we have last week? Or last game?
24.
Fuck.
The numbers are spot on the same.
Hello?
Your kids know.
I'll stick with Jared. He went to Jared.
All right, I'm taking saves.
Thank God.
You would.
Thank God.
All right, that's it. I doubled one of them, so sorry about that, boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pretty fun, right? Good shit.
That was good.
Yeah,
Those
sure,
were
man.
good.
Yeah.
Those were tough.
I mean, that's what happens when I get put alone for 15 minutes downstairs. I'm gonna.
nobody puts baby in the corner.
No one puts baby in the corner.
All right.
Off to you, big guy.
We're going to jump into our picks.
Go.
Last week, Kelly and I were 500 at 4-4, and the big fella has caught us.
Got
We're
lucky.
5-3.
Must have been a wild week.
go.
So that rounds us off. We are all 22-20 on our picks. How did you catch us? Wow, we were really bad 2 weeks ago. Anyways, we're going to start on Thursday.
Shoot.
What an ugly game tomorrow.
What we got?
'Cause we got a rookie quarterback versus a rookie quarterback. Denver at New Orleans. Denver's minus 2.5.
The line here and everything looks outrageous, but then you got to remember it's Spencer Rattler
Yep.
starting for the Saints.
Denver's defense is really good.
I hate the kid, but I'm going to roll with the Saints.
I'm going Denver.
No low. Let's go. Home crowd.
Oh, God. I got to pick away from Josh here
Hey,
soon.
hey, I've been hot, baby.
We're jumping into 9 a.m. on Sunday. What another one. The Jaguars are at home again in London. Minus 5.5 against the Pats. How are they?
Man, we can't.
That's just two bad teams.
You gotta go, Jags. I'll go first here.
I think
It's home field for them.
I'm
It was
disgusted.
home field last week.
I'm disgusted they lost by so much to Chicago. But yeah, they've been there for 2 weeks. They got to bounce back. Drake May's starting for the Patriots. Give me the Jags.
Jags it is.
Hold on,
for
before you
all
go to
of
the
us.
next one, did you see that thing where it's like the NFL, whoever loses in London should stay in London until they win? And then once they win, they fucking
they
come
come
back,
home.
and then they
I
keep
like it.
switching.
All right. This is, I added this one because it is game of the week and it is a good football game. Kansas City is the game of the week against San Francisco. Kansas City dogs plus 1.5.
Give me San Fran. Kansas City's been playing with fire. San Francisco needs a win.
Kansas City's going into San Fran and getting points.
1.5 though.
1.5. I'll go Chiefs.
I am going with Cali and San Fran. They need a win.
Yeah,
And KC has absolutely been playing with fire. They didn't do anything with receivers. Travis Kelce.
Juju Smith-Schuster, baby.
yeah, I'm
Big
not.
game.
I'm not one of those NFL scripted weirdos, but I will say there are scripted, like they're
Losses.
scheduled wins and losses sometimes in seasons, and I just don't see San Francisco's record getting worse.
Super Bowl rematch.
The Chiefs ain't going undefeated, so
Let's go to Sunday night. Jets with their new toy, -2 at the Steelers, where Russell Wilson may make his first start.
man, the Jets are dog shit, but the Steelers are too. Give me the Jets.
Fuck. I was trying to make different here, but can't take the Steelers, especially if Russ is starting.
Yeah, man, not a good choice.
Steelers, baby.
You love the black and
At
gold.
least we're gonna take the lead back from him.
Adams will catch a touchdown. He will play, but they.
100% he's
they ain't
playing.
winning. Tomlin, they played the Vegas last week. Tomlin was already ready for him last week.
I think Sauce Gardner catches a touchdown.
You just compared Gardner Minshew.
No, I'm just talking. They were planning for Adams already.
I get it, but you're comparing chicken shit to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, old 40-year-old Rodgers.
I'll take him.
He's gonna throw. Adams is gonna get 20 fucking targets.
Jesus.
He's going to.
All right,
He
weird
got-
line. Weird line here.
He got a new hamstring, apparently.
Oh, okay.
go.
He's good.
Weird line Monday night. Ravens -3.5 at the Bucks. I'm gonna go Ravens. I think they win by.
Also with the Ravens.
I like both these teams a lot.
Bucky Irving has been dominant.
God, Their offense looks so good right now. But give me Henry and the boys.
I mean,
Give me
the
Henry.
way he's running the
Yeah.
football, holy shit.
Yeah.
And to close us off in the NFL, we have Detroit at Minnesota. Detroit going in as dogs for the first time this year, plus 2.5.
Give me the Lions.
Lions.
Getting the dub.
All right, let's switch over to Saturday. Both Michigan teams are back on the field. We'll start with that ugly green team from East Lansing. MSU at home at 7:30 are dogs by 5.5 points against Iowa.
Ooh.
Iowa can't score a ton, but their defense is very good, so I don't think Michigan State's going to score. I'll go first. I'll take Iowa.
Give me Iowa minus 19.5.
I'll take State.
Yeah, fucking disgusting.
I'm not cheering for him.
He did it with a straight face.
I'll take him, though.
You said it.
I didn't say, let's go Spartans.
No, that was Kelly's. Like, give me the Spartans.
Yeah. Give me them Spartans.
All right, and
I'll
that
take Spartans.
we are going to round off our picks with our boys in blue with the second road test of the year, -3 at a unbeaten Illinois.
It's going to be a tough one.
It is going to be a tough one. I'm going to take them.
I'm going to take them because I'm a fucking homer.
I'm a homer.
I'm going to, yeah.
I'm going to take them, too, because my method failed
Didn't
me.
work. You're
Failed
right.
me.
You are correct.
So I no longer have to do that.
So that is going to wrap up our picks. Toss it over to Kelly for the
Oh, shit.
dogs and locks.
So this is week 3, a dog and lock of the week currently. So each week we pick 2. Week 3, I am 0-4 on the season. Josh and Duff are both 1-3. The Lions got you guys your first win last week.
Baby.
Let's go,
So-
Lions.
So neither of us have won a dog yet. And yeah, we won 2 locks. So
That's all we got? I thought I was 2-2. No?
no,
Damn,
you're 1-3.
we suck.
And so we'll roll into this week. Who's your dog?
I am taking my dog of the week is Houston, going on the road to Green Bay, +3.
They're dogs there, huh?
+3
that's
at
a good one.
Green Bay. Houston is my dog.
All right.
I don't remember who my team's playing. Give me a second. Go ahead, Kelly.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm going back. My dog and my lock are the same team.
You animal, you.
Give me the Lions.
That's fair.
Love it.
You're allowed to do that.
Yep, you definitely.
I'll give you my lock of the week. Well,
Let me give you my dog. I
Well,
got
you were over
it.
there
I got it.
fucking-
I got it.
just
I had the
fucking
team. I just
around.
didn't know who they were playing.
Ah.
I'm taking dog of the week. I'm taking the fucking Giants over the Eagles.
Okay. Well, one of us are going to get fucked because the Eagles are my lock of the
I'm
week.
taking it. I'm taking it.
Saquon going to New York is going to run
shit.
all
Yeah, I forgot
over
about
that
I
defense.
like the action. I like the action.
Interdivision home dog. I'm taking it.
Josh, who's your lock?
Lock is the LA Rams over the Raiders because the Raiders suck.
That's fair.
And Rams can't keep losing. They gotta be in the playoff picture somewhere.
I'm throwing a little note on mine. My dog last week was Colorado, +4. They lost by, or the +4. They lost by 3. I was there. I was right there. And then my lock, fucking Ole Miss. They'll lose that game. They dominated that whole game,
They
lost in
did,
overtime.
too. They couldn't get anything going offensively. We
Terrible.
had that game on kind of in the background on the Ohio State-Oregon game. We had it on the second TV. Every time I looked up, Ole Miss was on offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Not scoring.
Time of possession.
Yep.
The whole game.
I drove home from his house, and as soon as I got home, I checked the score. Overtime. As soon as I turn it on, they lose.
Yep.
What the
I forget everything I say in here and black out, and then I'm like, "How'd I do?"
That's why I write shit
You know,
down.
how'd I do?
That's
I don't
why write
fucking
the shit
remember.
down.
Lane
Kelly's
Kiffin.
got it on his phone too. He
Yeah.
can remind you who you picked.
Yeah.
But that's gonna wrap us up for episode 7 of season 2 with the Tailgate Talks. Get well soon, Mr. Aiden Hutchinson. We are pulling for you. We love you. Can't wait to see you on the sideline here soon.
A couple big matchups this weekend. It's going to be fun.
Couple big matchups. We did not talk about the college matchups, but there is some good college football on Saturday.
Yeah.
Until next time, go blue and go Lions.
Let's go.
See you guys.
Like